Hello and happy Frequency and Flow Friday. This space is devoted to helping you raise your frequency so you can live in optimal flow and embodiment and do all of the things. So next week, we have a beautiful moon. I'm so delighted about this moon. You can tune in and read a little bit more about that and how to prep for that. Right now, today, as we build up to that moon, I want you to really reflect on, or I invite you to reflect on, where you are ready to unveil the mask, where you are ready to really make decisions from your own values. And think about if you did take some action on the first quarter moon that was this past Wednesday, think about the actions that you took and what you're building up to really get clear. And this is going to be a very beneficial time to slow down and just really honor yourself and your cells and your body and take care of the vessel. So choose position 1, 2, or 3. Think back on the week you just had. Set an intention maybe for the week, next week, moving forward with the beautiful full moon that's coming. And let's see where you land. I'm using my Oracle card deck today, raising your vibration with the angels and feng shui tips. And the first card out of the deck comes in upside down, and it is flower essences and incense. So one thing about this, because it's coming in upside down, I would actually say to pay attention to, from a very literal standpoint, check in with the things that are going on your body, in your body, your cleaning products. Are they toxic? Are there toxins you're breathing in? Everybody has to make decisions that are great for them. I love to check out the products that I use, but whenever this one comes in, especially upside down, I like to go to that. I like to think about, what is it that I am actually taking in through scent, through breath? What am I putting on my body? It's important to have toxic, chemical-free things, in our environment. So check out with that. The other thing, I'm clearing my voice there. The other thing, my eye really goes to kind of what she's doing with her hands. And I would think about what you're doing like longer term. What are you creating? This is a really good reminder whenever we choose this to also fill our space with essential oils. I know, I keep some around me all of the time. I'm always having my essential oils, my incense that are in and around. But I go to her creation with the hands. What is she creating long term? And I want to think long term. I want to think about longer term plans. I want to think about the bigger picture. What are you creating? And again, with this moon, the full moon, you're going to really celebrate what has been good, celebrate the wins, and then also recognize any changes and shifts that you need to be making forward in terms of what you're really doing. So that's position 1. If you're choosing position number 2, the cards you get, there's 2, and they come in upside down. So 1 is fame and reputation, and 2 is intention. It's interesting that so many are coming in upside down. So firstly, I go to intention, and to me, I say on the card, I naturally tell energy to newly transform and initiate oneness now. That's, I think, I love an acronym. And so the acronym for intention, but also with fame and reputation, how are you being seen? What are you really known for? How do you want to be seen? Are you in alignment with your intention and your values and what you're putting yourself out there in doing? This is a really good time to do this. Now, I'll also say, just from and I chose to use this deck today because I love to do feng shui tips and some of these really physical moons, and it feels that way. So in terms of feng shui, if you chose position 1, you're paying attention to the scent and the scents and the smells, and even like the colors in your home. Position 2, go to fame and reputation, which is the back center of your home from the front door or a room, and tune in what's there. You can use triangular shapes, fire colors. You don't always want to have fire and fire, actually. Like if you have a fireplace, I always remedy that in feng shui there. But yeah, so look to that, and also make sure that any change that you're making in your home is done with intention. We have a whole process with that in BTB feng shui. So I would say if you're choosing position 2 to really lean into, as you're gaining clarity with this moon, you're thinking about what you're really doing. What are your values? What are you aligned with? What is really important? What is your intention? Why are you doing what you're doing? I know in my own world, I've had a ton of changes lately just based on opportunities, invitations, asks that have come to me. And it's really has me saying, okay, this is where I align. This is what I want to do value wise over here. And this is what I don't want to do. And this is what I'll, watching what how other people are showing up. That doesn't feel good to me to do that. So I won't be surprised if I choose this position on Friday. I'm recording this a little bit early. Okay. And then finally, if you're choosing position number 3, the other thing that comes to me with position 2 is because I chose 2 cards, it kind of feels like there's another person or something. So maybe you have a new person that, I don't know. It's interesting. The 2 cards, and then one of them had 2. So that was interesting too. So be open to new relationships. And then the final position is to clear your space. We're in a waxing moon. So this one's really interesting. With the moon cycle, wax on, wane off. If you are a female, I always say, if you're a female and you're still cycling, I always say to let your cycle, your menstrual cycle, actually trump. But in this case, we are in a waxing. So this is really interesting. Usually we want to clear during a waning. So when this shows up in a waxing, I kind of think that it's maybe you're wanting to prep for what you're going to let go of, or maybe there was something that has been nagging at you since the last quarter moon or since the last waning for what to let go of. So if you do have anything residual that you want to clear, I would say to do that, declutter. The other piece with this is I would say, get creative, do something creative. If you have creativity that's around, maybe you're going to slow down this weekend to get creative, clear your space, write, get things out of your mind. But for this position too, it does feel like things are going to I just feel like the speediness when I chose the card. Like it feels like things might pick up a little bit. So whatever you choose, I always hope that this is only helpful, supportive, and helps you to live in a higher frequency for optimal flow. I am sending you so much love. Ciao.